Happy Memorial Day. Not last Memorial Day, but the year before was the last day I got to spend with my brother before he passed. I was a new insurance agent at a company and had 10-hour days, and so glad that I had that cookout. It was a totally different time. My life is totally different now. My whole family was here. We had a cookout, and life can change in the blink of an eye. But I've had constant disruptions, trauma, the shadazy. Don't worry about it. Blah, blah, blah. Ever lost your mortgage, your house, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, kind of like that. But another holiday alone, but with God, enjoying nature, working on my hours that are needed for that license since I can't go to school currently. Thanks IRS, thanks, supposed scammer, even though I had a setup pin. I called BS. They gave it to me the last month of December the following year. That was nice. Loss after loss and just gang stalking, harassment. Yeah, I see you. I'm not afraid. Death threats. I can tell somebody broke in my back door. No help from anybody. Reported it. Report. They don't even make a report. They just, acknowledge there was a call or whatever. Or then they say I'm injected with something, and instead of that, my nurse practitioner said it could have been placed in my drink, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, see, it's whatever, Yeah. On a spiritual healing journey. Been without my children. Haven't seen my littlest since last summer. Seen my oldest 4 nights in 15 months. I go to the Dairy Bee. They're like, where's your kid? Oh, everybody looks like they've grown all up. And I'm like, yeah. Sold for parts right before Thanksgiving. It's like they just keep going. Like, are you okay, Mom? No. But I healed, and that accident was much worse. I mean, granted, I still have issues, but I'm at peace in the chaos. I healed easier this time. I wasn't treated as a burden. So sad, but I had God separate me. My life was too busy. I learned the things, boundaries I need to set in place, what I should accept, what I shouldn't, what I did for so many years. But, a lot of it, you're taught love never fails and systems of systems. Follow your heart and don't get so busy. And those loved ones that fought in wars and I don't know. I know soldiers that have came back and they're just, their lives are totally different than when they left. They end up divorced or they commit suicide. A different type of PTSD trauma, but similar to the PTSD I have from things I've went through. It's sad, and we need to honor all them, all their family. It really, war is awful. Like, it's a shame we can't grow up, not be greedy. The systems, a lot of these wars were created over money or Wall Street, or if you watch Fall of the Cabal. But, hey, I don't really need any more disruptions, but I'm just saying, nobody should be hungry right now. I was left after the accident with no vehicle for medical transportation, taken off checking accounts, taken off insurance, so now that's double, triple rate. I turned in my application when I had the Jeep, but I had wrote on there I needed help, so they acted as if they didn't receive it. So then they don't have to be involved, I guess. And the other time was at the post office, so I'm like, hello, around the time of the death threats that I walked to. It's just baffling to me. Then I had to be, they took me off to get back on 7.5 hours, nor do I want to be a drain on the system. I applied for jobs. They tried to make it like I'm an uninsured worker, passed me to another state. Even though I provided the income the company didn't provide, I won't say what company it was, but then I was an eligible worker. I applied at places. How odd though, right? Then after months, they denied me that state, saying I'm too sensitive. So, the only interview I got was America's Best, and they said I wasn't qualified. 2020, visions, COVID, 2020. The wreck in 2019, going to college, President's Day accident. I've had years and years and no questions answered, but I'm at peace. I forgive. I love. I just want to live in a safer environment and have a successful life. I've tried many other careers. I was a hairstylist for years, but I had carpal tunnel, spine surgery, but then, that President's Day, which I don't know why she was able to talk to the doctor that did the surgery and then sent social services to my home. I think there's a HIPAA law, but anyway, I prayed for her, and she's on the school board and still bothering me. So I finally said enough's enough, and I have it coming at me full force, but God is much bigger than anything. Don't ever give up. Keep going, persevere. Love yourself, learn to love yourself, fill your cup, and don't give up, and don't let people tell you you're not enough. Serenity prayer, accept the things you can, the wisdom to accept the things you can't change, the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There you go. But anyway, honor your loved ones. Keep them alive in spirit. Grief is something that happens from one minute. Some of us are more sensitive than others. And love each other. Just be there with a hug and love. Don't treat somebody like, oh, I know, or no, love them. I don't know. And recognize energy. If people are like that, steer clear. I don't know. I love you all. Stay strong. And I'm not doing this for likes. I'm doing this because Memorial Day is special to me, because I got to have closure with my brother. And when he died not long after, his kidneys were shutting down on dialysis 3 times a week. I'm thankful to God for that closure, because the last year of his life, I don't even want to talk about it. We were kind of on fallen terms. So it really just hurt me. And it was kind of beyond my control, but kind of not. I don't know. Anyway, I'm thankful to God for that closure. And 'cause I don't know, I loved my brother. My brother loved me, and I took care of him, helped him walk again after COVID. I tried to, get him from nursing homes, but he was very overweight and needed more care than I could give him. And then once he got walking, because I'm like, if you want to get out of the nursing home, you're going to have to do what they say, sit up, get in that wheelchair, wheel around, get stronger. And he did. And so once he got home, I took care of him for a couple of years. And I don't know, just love each other, be there for each other, teach your children, spend time with them, do things they like. I try to do Roblox, but I just walk and spin around. But if my girls see this, your mama loves you and misses you, and you're very special to me, and I'll always love you and never love you any less, no matter what. Okay. Happy Memorial Day.